Curtis and Luann, I just want to take a couple of minutes to say thank you, thank you, thank you for 40 years of service to the body of Christ, and in particular to your service at Antioch Baptist Church. When I first found out that you guys had been there for 40 years, it just took my breath away, because we both know that the longevity of any pastor in pretty much any denomination is pretty much 2 or 3 years, 5 to 10 if you're very fortunate. But for 40 years, the two of you have labored not just among the people at Antioch, but you've labored in Huntsville, Alabama. You left your family, you left your friends, you left everything that was familiar to go to the strange land and to become a part of a people that now call you family. And in particular, in my own personal life, when I think about the time that I've been at Antioch since I was 19 years old, when I first walked into Antioch, I was probably about the most unlovely, unapproachable person on the planet. But the two of you saw something inside of me that was worth loving, and you loved me when I couldn't love myself. And you saw something in me that my own family was not even able to see. And you spoke to the giftings of God that were within me, and you encouraged me. And not only did you encourage me with your words, the two of you as a couple and Antioch as a church financially provided for me so that I could go to seminary. And as a result of that, I've preached the gospel on 5 of the 7 continents, in dozens of countries and nations, in seminaries all over the world, and for the last 10 years at Regent University in Virginia Beach. And because of that, because of my position at Regent, I've had the opportunity to train and to disciple thousands of military chaplains that are now distributed all over the world, literally, and then to pastors and ministers that are preaching and pastoring in churches all across our nation. And I know that that has nothing to do with me, but it has everything to do with the grace of God that's on my life. And it has everything to do with the fact that the two of you believed in me and invested in me and loved me even when I didn't see anything good in me. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for the ministry that you've given at Antioch Baptist Church and into my life. And I also want to say that, Curtis, even though your preaching has always challenged me and inspired me, that the thing about you and Luann that have most formed me is the way that you live your lives. You do not just preach the gospel, you live the gospel. And for 40 years, I've watched the two of you love each other, struggle in every way imaginable, physically, emotionally, and yet I've never seen a moment when the two of you turned your back on God or turned your back on each other. You always got up, dusted yourself off, and moved forward. And now, after 40 years, all I can say is the best is yet to come. It took Moses 40 years in the desert before he was qualified to fulfill the call of God on his life to bring Israel out of Egypt. And I really believe that the best is not behind you. The best is still in front of you. And God is not going to let one day pass by without using the two of you to bless and to minister and to nurture the body of Christ. So thank you so much for who you are and for what you do. I love you both so much, and I sure wish I could be with you today, but I'm preaching at a conference in Richmond, Virginia. Had to think for a minute. I don't even know where I am most of the time these days, but I'll be in Richmond, Virginia this weekend preaching, but I'll be thinking about the two of you and knowing that God's going to bless you really, really big. Love you both. Bye-bye.